All right, everybody, I think we are live. Thank you so much for being here. I think I just have one last thing that I forgot to do, but how's everybody doing? I wanted to just hop on here, do a quick little Q&A and remind everyone that reselling is fun. There's a reason why we are all doing this. It should definitely be fun. Principally, we are here to make money, to provide a living for ourselves, maybe to add an income stream, maybe to save up for vacations, whatever it is that we're making money for. That is the principal reason why we're here. But we should also have fun. The majority of us are doing this so we can be our own bosses, so we can escape the 9 to 5, so we don't have to answer to anyone but ourselves and our customers. But reselling should be fun. I'm hearing across the YouTube and Reddit and Facebook sphere that some people aren't having fun. And that's unfortunate because this is an awesome opportunity, awesome job that has been given to us. So it's important that we have fun while we do it. Some of the best ways to have fun is to just get more sales. You guys know my opinions on how to get more sales. It's really important to just have fun when it comes to reselling. Another really good way to have fun, you have to be careful with this though, is picking and selling things that you like. A lot of us are passionate about, maybe it's basketball and baseball cards or plush or vintage memorabilia or Elvis or Coca-Cola or whatever it is. Make sure that you're including that when you're looking for things, but also make sure you're disciplined in finding things that people actually want. But once again, we're here live for a Q&A about reselling, about eBay, thrift stores, all that good stuff. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you guys followed my new YouTube account, JRidePicks. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. Right now, we are currently on JRide Flips. This is my more educational video on how to actually sell things on eBay and Poshmark and things like that. And then JRide Picks, it's just in my nature to give tips and teach and things like that. But that's more focused on sourcing, on entertainment, going to thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested in that content, I would also really appreciate a subscribe over there at JRide Picks. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone coming out here. We got 62 people in here. Really appreciate everyone coming out. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section below and we will get to it. Audio is good. Excellent. Everyone's saying hey. Aloha, Jake. How's it going? Do you ship through eBay? Yep. So I ship with Pirate Ship, but I import all of my data through eBay. So Pirate Ship rips all my data from eBay and it puts it in their database at Pirate Ship, and then I use Pirate Ship to ship all my things out, and it uses all of eBay's data, and it also gets registered on eBay's side of things as well. So yeah. Honestly, I'm not having much fun right now since I'm making like 0 sales at all. Yeah, it's really important to do what we need to make those sales. I have a few videos on this channel. The majority of people that are telling me they're not having fun on eBay aren't focusing on fast sell-through rate items. I truly believe if you want to have a little bit more fun on eBay, we need to focus on faster sell-through rate items, and it's very readily available to find that information in these supercomputers that we have in our pockets that we call smartphones. How do I stay motivated to list more? This is an interesting question because it's something that like I think I'm just wired a little bit differently. I'm just a weird guy. I super enjoy work. I super enjoy progression. And so like I don't see like a new wave oven when I'm at a thrift store. I just see $90 profit. You know, so when I play a video game, like my brother hates the way I play video games because he like is going for the skins, the sword that looks cool. I literally just see numbers. I see that this sword increases my stamina by 15% and also increases my speed by 60% because it's lighter, but then it's going to decrease my strength metric by 15%, but that's okay because it's swallowed up in the speed metric, so it's good. Okay, this sword is better for, you know. That's just how I view the world, and it's how I view business, and I really, really, really enjoy just seeing numbers grow. So I don't typically ever lack the motivation to list whatsoever, because I know that that is the vehicle that increases my numbers. I know a lot of people that struggle with motivation. Just they discover and really understand their why. So why are you listing? Why are you trying to make money? Who and what are you trying to provide for? And just stick to that why and see if that helps you. But I'm really sorry. I just haven't really. I've never experienced. Yeah, I just don't. What's the opposite of motivation? I don't really experience that a whole ton. Too many people use the algorithm as a coping mechanism to a bad store. We've all purchased bad inventory. Just have to be able to move on and be accountable. Yep, and that's one of the hardest things to do, not only in eBay and in business, but in our lives. I am responsible and I am to blame for every bad failure that happens in my life. Whatever it is, that's my fault. Okay? When you truly understand that, when you truly grasp that, miracles happen. There was this talk. This guy, he owned a business. It was a huge business. They were doing millions of dollars a year, and they were sending out a ton of products. I don't know what the product was, but he was sending out, on average, 10,000 packages per day. And he had 2 managers, and they had about 7 packages not make it to the customers. And so the guy who owned the business went to these 2 managers and he says, hey, you guys are doing an amazing job. I'm going to keep paying you guys what you're making. And I'm also going to incentivize you by offering you guys a $500 bonus every single week that we have 0 packages that don't make it to the customers. Both the managers immediately were like, well, we don't have any control over that. Like, we're not FedEx, we're not UPS, we're not USPS. Like, we can't actually control what happens. It's up to them to make sure that the packages get there on time and never get lost. And the CEO said, I understand that. This will not affect your pay whatsoever in a negative way. It will only enhance it if, for some reason, we are able to get 0 defects. What ended up happening was these 2 managers built a stronger connection with their UPS stores and FedEx. What ended up happening was these 2 managers personally checked each individual item to make sure that the barcode was very visible, that the package was packaged very well, so that way it would be in sendable condition. They hit their bonus like 17 out of 18 weeks. They went from 7 to 10 defects every single week that was out of their control. And then once that incentive was there, they immediately had almost 96% accuracy of making it so there were 0 unhappy customers. There are some things that we believe that are completely out of our control, and there are things that are absolutely out of our control. But if we just actually take responsibility for every single thing that has happened to us in our lives, we're going to be more successful. I really believe that. Do you require immediate payment on your buy it now items? Hashtag we love JRide. Appreciate you, Brandon. I do, but it doesn't work out like that. So I have requires immediate payment, and then people buy things on buy it now, and on buy it now it immediately pays, but on like when they accept offers, I still have immediate pay on, but it doesn't automatically charge them like eBay says it does. So that's still a work in progress. First live, hey, thanks for being here. Trendy for threads. What are the best-selling coffee makers? Just scored a K2500 for $10. So I kind of know that answer, but eBay knows that answer far better than I do. So I have a video called how to pick up profitable items before even entering the thrift store. If you want to check that video out, it teaches you how to know the best coffee makers, the best sunglasses, the best toys, the best cassettes, the best everything. Like in that video, you'll never have to ask anyone else that question ever again, because you'll just ask eBay and you'll know exactly, oh, what are the best ski goggles that sell? You'll just reference that video and you'll know exactly how to do that. Do you have a list anywhere of best-selling name brands of various product examples, remotes, controls, Sony, Vizio? Yeah, it's called eBay. Just that video that I just referenced. You will never have to ask that question ever again if you watch that video. eBay has all the answers. You never have to ask me or any other YouTuber ever again, what's the best watches that sell? What are the best socks that sell? What are the best shoe brands? What are the best kitchen appliances? eBay is significantly smarter than all of us put together. So if we just use eBay, if we use sold listings, it will teach us. And then in that video that I just referenced, it teaches you advanced ways on how to use eBay's brain. And I recommend not even using your own brain. I just recommend using eBay's brain. So, oh, first time catching you live. Thanks for all you do. Hey, appreciate it, Robert. Yes, I've been struggling finding good sell-through rate items that are also cheap enough to make profit on. Yep, that is the name of the game. That is what separates all the resellers, is your ability to figure that out. Just relying on one source of sourcing is definitely not the way to be successful in this business. Thrift stores can be amazing, but they can also suck. Garage sales can be amazing, but they can also suck. There's a ton and a ton and a ton of other ways to get more items. I have like 4 videos dedicated to sourcing outside of Goodwill and thrift stores. If you want to look them up on my channel, I think it's advanced sourcing methods, online sourcing, and yeah, ton of different ways to source out there. What are good clothing brands you see right now? Again, eBay has that answer far better than I do. I'm not the best clothing reseller, but eBay definitely is. I really like. I hope that isn't coming across as like, I don't even know what adjective to use here, but like truly, like I am not smart. Like eBay is so much smarter than me. Like people are constantly asking me what's the best brands to look for things, and I just tell them, hey, like look that up on eBay. And again, if you guys want to check out that video, I'm really not trying to like promote my channel or a specific video. That video is just a really good way to understand what's the best brand of anything. You'll never have to ask that question to another human being ever again because eBay has all the answers. So people are asking, my other YouTube channel is JRide Picks. It's also the pinned comment here in the comment section. It's just JRide Picks. So this is JRide Flips. Then I just started a new channel called JRide Picks, where I go to thrift stores and garage sales and flea markets, and I look for good items. Question, my first live, you have changed my life and how to approach my eBay business. Thank you. You save money. Heat dish. Do you save money using pirate ship compared to eBay shipping? First of all, I didn't change your life. You did. That was you who came onto YouTube and to Google and searched out this information to better your life. So I don't take responsibility for any of that. That was all you. So congratulations there. I only use pirate ship because it's the easiest way to use my credit card. And my credit card has ×3 points on all shipping labels. So I use pirate ship because I get to go to like Greece and Hawaii twice a year for free because I'm doing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of shipping every year. And all those points stack up into really dope vacations for my wife and I. So that's why I use pirate ship. Pirate ship and eBay have the exact same discounts, I believe. Sometimes pirate ship can save you money, but not very, like almost never. It's the same. Hey JRide, do you get the return difference back when you overcharge and when using free shipping? Nope. So people pay what they are willing to pay for the item. So on combined shipments, if people are buying like 6 things, then I offer discounts. But no, you never have to refund any difference. You're also charged fees on the shipping. So you actually want to make sure that you're charging more than you're actually paying for the label, because you're also paying 13-ish% on all of the shipping costs and the taxes. So I definitely recommend charging more than the label. I want to list on eBay, but I'm terrified to lose money by pricing my items too low. I'm nervous. How do I get over being so nervous? Just jumping in. Welcome to the waters, man. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun. It is better to actually sell things and make money than to not sell things, right? One of the things that hold people back is they think that their item is worth $60, but people are only willing to pay $40 for them. Even though someone paid $60 for it like 18 days ago, but then there's a ton of other sales in between $40 and $44. You just got to sell your item for $40. And if you sell 18 items a week at $40, then you're going to be cash flowing and making a ton of money. But if you hold on and you only are going to accept 60 for your items because that's what you believe they're worth, you're going to sell 0 to 2 per week. And then you're most likely just going to complain that eBay isn't giving you sales and that they're hiding your listings. And in all reality, people are just rejecting the price that you think it's worth instead of just succumbing to the market and pricing things at the price that people are willing to pay for them. Hi, what's up, Chris? Can I ask how you check your DVD VCR players? It seems difficult to check each one because they are different. Do you mean like look them up? Yeah, I just type in the model number. So on the back or the front, it'll just say like Sony SLV-P381, or it'll say Magnavox MMW2009. You just look up that model number. How to check if they work? You just plug them into a TV, plug in the little RCA cables, put in a VHS, put in a DVD, and make sure they play. Hi, J-Red. I had a return request arrive back that is broken. How do you handle this? So you can just, if you have free returns, then you can just refund them half of the original shipping. I mean, the half the purchase price. If you don't have free returns, then you just have to refund them all of it. And in some cases, you're able to report the buyer and give them no money back. But I wouldn't get into a habit of reporting too many buyers because then eBay will kind of take that right away from you. You should only report buyers if they send you back like a rock. Or if you send out a dress and they get like wine and ketchup all over it and then send it back, you can report the buyer in that instance as well. But yeah, if you have no returns, then you're just screwed. Then you're gonna have to pay them back all the money. How do you handle a customer that wants to return and refund and says the item is used, but it's listed as used? Unfortunately, people can just return items when they want to. So yeah, you just have to accept that return and then just relist it and try to make money again. If it sold once, then it'll sell again, so you should be good. It's obviously a frustrating part of selling online, but yeah, if people want to return items, they will return items. Hello, I just started watching you yesterday and already learned a lot. Want to start eBaying. Hey, thanks so much, Justin. I appreciate that. Yeah, start it. Just get it going. Hey, Jared Phillips, I listened to you and want to notify that I finally made a YouTube channel. It's called James Winston? James Winston, huh? Let's all show some love to James Winston. Let's see if we can find you. Sometimes it's hard to find channels when you first start. There you are. I think I might be your first subscriber. I'm not sure if I'm exactly your first, but it doesn't say that it says you have one video with 11 views. And I think I might be your first subscriber, man. So that's special. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know, man. Everyone go support James Winston. I'm impressed by your ability to always be positive. Returns will sometimes just crush my spirit. What's your psychological approach to returns that keeps you upbeat? It's part of business. I just know the numbers of my business. So I know that 5.5% of returns are coming. So the second that I sell something for $100, I just deduct $5.50 because I know it's coming back. So before something is even sent out, I just understand that 1 in 20 are coming back every single time. So I guess that's the psychological trick that I use, is that if I make $20,000 in revenue, I understand 6% of that is coming back for sure. So I guess that helps. Do you keep an inventory list apart from your listings on eBay, or do you just let your eBay list be your inventory list? Aren't there other things you want to keep track of? Purchase price, location. Yeah. So I just use the eBay seller hub that has a ton of awesome information for you, and then I just use a business credit card to keep track of all of my expenses. A lot of people really like my reseller genie. On any of my videos in the link in the description below, except for lives, I have a my reseller genie affiliate link if you want to check that out. But yeah, this is a question that I get asked a lot, and Like eBay has all the information for you that you need except for cost of goods. And so I have a business credit card that just keeps track of all my cost of goods for me. Figuring out cost of goods. How long should I aggregate data before I have a decent, legit average number? I'm not an accountant, so this isn't tax advice, purely entertainment only. This is just my own experiences. I'd say after like 2,000 items, you can start aggregating an average. Thank you. I've sold 75 items in my first 2 months, thanks to you. Currently at 64 listed, 75 sold. What a beautiful place to be. Like awesome. You should really pat yourself on the back. You're killing the game. There are a ton of people that are very envious of the situation that you are in. It sounds like you are focusing on fast sell-through rate items, and it sounds like you are having a really fun time reselling, and you should let the people know. Just starting out, realistically, how many thrift stores should I be looking to hit before I find 10 good items? It's completely impossible to answer. In Los Angeles, it might be 13. In Atlanta, Georgia, it might be 1. In Roanoke, Virginia, it might be 19. I don't know. It just completely depends on your area and stuff. There's just way too many factors about like managers and CEOs and how many people are actually donating in your area, how many stores in your location have an overflow of goods, and how do they distribute that to other thrift stores. That's just a completely impossible question to answer. Obviously it varies, but what kind of expect starting out? Yeah, I just can't answer that question. You just need to go to a bunch of thrift stores and find that out for yourself in your area. So it might be 1, it might be 7, it might be 52. You just have to keep going and just keep track of data, and you'll see what happens. What's up, Texas lady? Appreciate you being here. You're an OG. You've been around since I've had like 200 subscribers, so really appreciate you. Do you respond to people asking for measurements on clothes, and what is your typical response? And I say, when people say, what are the measurements? I say, I did not list them. I have free returns. If you do not like it, feel free to send me an offer. And then people either, send you an offer, or people just buy it, or they don't. Let's see here. Anthony Dragon Finds member for 5 months. That's what I'm talking about, man. Says, hey Jake, hey chat. Getting ready for Trash to Cash Winter Bash. Hopefully the nor'easter coming through holds off till I get to the airport. That's awesome, man. Yeah, say hi to Carrie and Kevin and Dave for me, and Shane and all those guys that are going to be at the event too. I live too far away. I wish I was there. I really hope that those guys do a Las Vegas bash soon, and I will be there for sure. But yeah, appreciate you reaching out, Anthony. Thanks so much. Let's see here. Kind of lost my place. I think I'm right here. I'm seeing a low in quality items at my local Goodwill. I'm sure 3 snowstorms in under 2 weeks is the main reason. Yeah, this is by far the hardest time to source. The Commonwealth Picker, Kevin, he talks about it a lot on his flipping channel. He talks about how he doesn't like overbuy, but he's really trying to buy as much as he can during the summer, because he knows not only are garage sales going away, but also thrift stores are going to be getting less and less donations. Sometimes you see a spike in donations like after Christmas, and then it tapers off again because it's just cold outside and no one wants to go outside. But during spring cleaning, like depending on where you live, so I won't give a month, I'll just give a temperature. Once it's 65 degrees or higher consistently where you live, a lot of donations start coming in for spring cleaning and things like that. So definitely be ready for that. Just do what you can right now. There's still stuff at every thrift store, even the super overpriced and crappy ones. There's still good things to find at every store. They're going to be very limited, especially during the winter, but you just got to expand other sourcing avenues as well. And I need to give this chair some WD-40. I shrunk. All right. What's your other YouTube? I've answered this a couple times. I'll answer it a few more times because I would really enjoy it if you guys subscribed. My other YouTube channel is J-Ride Picks. So we're currently J-Ride Flips. If you guys would go ahead and look up JRide Picks here on YouTube, it should be the first thing that pops up. I have a separate channel where it's almost purely entertainment, where I just go to thrift stores, garage sales, and yard sales, and estate sales and things like that, flea markets, all that good stuff. I might even do some like retail arbitrage at like Dollar Tree and Costco and things like that as well. And I might do pallets, I might do storage units, who knows. But yeah, if you guys would go subscribe to me over at JRide Picks, I'd really appreciate that. I think we are at, well, I don't think, I'll just say we are at 1,800 subscribers. So that's cool. Really appreciate everyone subscribing to that. Sorry, guys, I'm just plugging in my phone because it's almost out of battery. Yeah, if you guys could subscribe to my other YouTube channel, that would be awesome. We're growing pretty. Oh wow, we just got 4 followers in that short time. Thanks, guys. Hey Jake, what's up, guys? Hey, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Hey J Ride, I had an incredible sale on eBay that almost tripled my highest sale. That's awesome. Let me know what it was. That's sweet. And how much did it go for? What's up, guys? Hope all is well. If you guys haven't checked out Bama Jaybird Resell, go ahead and check him out. He's a newer YouTuber, has some quality information, super relatable guy, super humble. Really like his channel, so everyone go check him out. What exactly is a VERO? Also, do people ever show up at your house looking for their AirPods? What exactly is a VERO? A VERO is, I forgot the word, but brands have the right to protect their products, especially like if their items have warranties. So VEROs typically come from designer brands or super quality brands. So like if you sell Louis Vuitton bags, a ton of them are fake. And so they VERO, or they take your listings down because you have no proof of evidence that it's actually real. Another example is like the North Face or Patagonia. They have like 5 to 10 year warranties. And if you sell a brand new with tags Patagonia jacket, this one doesn't happen nearly as often, but sometimes they VERO that because if someone wears it and then they rip it and they don't have the receipt, they can't get the warranty. And so it can like, run into some issues. But yeah, also for liability reasons, eBay has placed VEROs. So like you can't sell those lawn darts from the 80s because too many people died. And so they don't want the liability of that. Also, any medical equipment that requires a prescription, you aren't a doctor, so you can't prescribe anything. So you will get a VERO for that as well. So a lot of people have videos on all the VEROs and all the various things you can't sell. So you just got to do a little bit of research. Sometimes it's just every once in a while you'll just get a VERO. Don't worry about it. Just never list that brand ever again. Cha-ching King. Hello, everyone. How's it going, man? It's been a while since we've connected. I really appreciate you and all the good stuff you put into the community. If you guys haven't seen Cha-ching King's channel, definitely should. He's an awesome resource in the community. And if you're still here, I have used some of your titles as inspiration for some of my videos here on my channel. So you've not only helped out the community, but you've helped me out a ton. And some of those videos have done really well. So thank you, sir. Today I feel bad for the first time. Don't know why. I snipe and resell on the best European platforms with success, but it's fair to the seller and the buyer in these hard times. But is it fair? Yeah, I mean, all you're doing is you're taking an item below what it should be on the market, and then you're just placing it at market value. Especially when it comes to like garage sales and thrift stores, you're taking an item on a local market that's only worth, let's say, $15 on a local market, and you're placing it on a global market, and now it's worth a considerable more amount of money. That's one of the reasons why reselling on eBay is so successful that a lot of people don't like realize or think about, is because a local market price is different than a global market price. That's why, like, when people try to ask eBay prices at yard sales, a lot of people get frustrated because it's like, no, man, like if you had 30 million eyeballs, then yeah, you could get $80. But here in our town, where the average income is only like $38,000 and all these other factors, like you're getting $6 max, you know? So, which credit card do you use for business on Pirate Ship? I have the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. It's $95 a year, but I end up getting thousands of dollars worth of travel from it. So definitely worth the investment. I would put a link for that, but I don't have one currently, and I've already reached the max. I guess it's a new year, so I wonder if that reset. Because I think you can only refer 5 people, but maybe it resets every year. So I'll check into that. But yeah, just go to Chase. Just type in Chase Business Preferred. There's 3 different ones. It's called the Chase Inc. Business Card series, and I think it's the preferred is the one you want. But they just have like a little carousel. Just scroll through the carousel and find the one that has ×3 on shipping. And set up your pirate ship and go to Fiji. When you say charge more on shipping, how is that done? Just charge calculated shipping, or if you understand, if you've sent out enough items, you understand how much it costs to ship something that's 12 ounces all the way to New York, and you can just charge $1 or $2 on top of that to cover it. But yeah, just charge calculated shipping, and then eBay gives you a discount. And so that way, so like if I sold something in this box and it weighed like 9 pounds and it was going 800 miles, then USPS Ground Advantage would probably charge you at the post office like $26. But then eBay gives us a discount as e-commerce merchants, anywhere from 20 to 70% off. So for us, it only charges probably like $11.40. So honestly, at USPS, they would probably charge you like $18 or $19. So you save $8 or $9, but then you are also charged fees on the shipping and on the taxes. So you're really only making like $4 off of that. And then on the smaller items, the discounts are smaller and the taxable margin is higher. So you're really just breaking even, maybe making like 75 or 65 cents. So just charge calculated shipping and you'll be covered. Do you buy or sell wholesale? Thank you for sharing. I buy some lots off of eBay here and there. Like I probably bought like 80 lots off of eBay, cameras, remote controls, and eyeglass frames and sunglasses to resell individually back on eBay. I do wholesaling to local people. So like everyone kind of sells what they like to. Hey, I appreciate the subscribes on JRide Picks. If you guys enjoy picking content, yard sales and what's it called? And thrift stores. So you can go ahead and subscribe to my new channel over there. It's JRide Picks. Sorry, I get a lot of stuff and I don't put everything on eBay or Mercari or Poshmark. I've talked about this on my channel before. I have plush guys that if I get a good deal on plush, instead of just listing them all individually, I'll just go to my plush guy and say, hey, will you give me $40 or $100 or $200, whatever it is. I do the same thing with what's it called? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on this. Baseball bats. There's a sports shop here in town that instead of listing a ton of bats on eBay, which I do have a ton of bats listed on eBay, I'll just go to him and say, hey, this is worth $200 on eBay, and he usually gives me between 50 and 70% of the eBay comps. So yeah, I offload things like that, but I don't have like a wholesale website or anything like that. Free returns, awesome. Yeah, you'll be able to do 50% or report the buyer. Do you have to have free returns to use the deduction? Yes. Yeah, for items not described and things like that. Yes, you do. Just to be top rated, you can use it even with buyer paid returns. I haven't actually even checked the policies for a while. And I know they change periodically. How do you handle bad weather with shipping items? I just don't pay attention to it. Scout, what's going on? I don't pay attention to it. I just ship out the items when they're supposed to be shipped out. And if they make it, they make it. If if it has slow if it has slow shipping, that's something that I just can't control. So I just make sure that it's packaged properly. I make sure that there's tape on all of the creases to make sure that no water or snow is getting in, and responding to customer um, I'm just responding to customer service questions as they come in. My post office sucks. So I get questions every single day like, hey man, when are you shipping the item? And I say, hey, I've already shipped the item. My post office just really sucks, but it will be to you within the time frame. They just a lot of times do not scan things. You want to go out, Scout? Guys, we're a millionaire. We just sold a Wii remote control for $15 plus shipping. How do you ask hotels for their lost and found? You go to the receptionist and you say, hey, do you guys know what you do with your lost and found items? And he or she will probably say, I don't know. And you say, okay, sweet. Is your manager here? And they'll say, yeah. And they'll call Sean or Lucas or whatever his name is. He or she will come down and you say, hey, what do you guys do with your lost and founds? And they'll say, I don't know. You'll be like, well, I know that a lot of hotels just throw them out. I actually am willing to buy out your what's it called, lost and found. So do you mind if we go take a look at that right now? And they always say no. And then you say, I would hate for them to actually just get thrown out. So like, is it you that makes that decision, or is it like the owner of the facility? And they'll always say the owner of the facility, whether they're lying or telling the truth. And you say, awesome. How can I get in contact with the owner of the facility? They will probably lie to you and or just tell you to take a hike. And then you go on to the hotel website and they by law have to give the information out to the person who owns and manages and runs the building. You get their contact and you annoy them until you can set up a meeting. And that right there is business to business sales. Some people make millions of dollars a year doing business to business sales. It's called choking up the corporate ladder. You just have no fear, have complete confidence, assume the sale, and talk to everyone you need to until you talk to the person that you actually have to. And I did business to business and business to consumer sales for the majority of my life. It is a very tough environment. It's a very tough skill to learn. But if you can master it, then you guys can get shipments like this and like that every month. But it is very difficult. I may make videos on that one day, but I think they would tank really hard on this channel. So yeah, it's very hard to get to the person you have to make these deals. To get my first hotel deal, it took, I don't even know, a really long time. But yeah, it's not easy. Start collecting boxes, a lot of boxes. Fighting returns is an expensive energy that's better spent working on the next sale. I agree. Most people are honest and just need a return. Yep. And I talk about this on my channel as well. People don't want to return items. There's some terrible people out there. I actually just got a DVD VCR combo player returned. And I'm like, oh, of course. I should have looked at their feedback before. But this one was bad. Like the worst I've ever seen. Like they had 1,800 feedback. And the top 300 feedback was, seller beware, this person destroys DVD VCR combo players. They rip out parts and send it back to you as a shell. They do fraudulent returns all the time. I'm like, crap. Luckily on this one, it was $180 plus shipping. I got it back. It still had all the pieces and stuff. So I'm able to resell it again for, the $220 I have it listed for. Well, it's in my draft bank right now, but it'll hit the sales floor in like 8 days or so. But yeah, the average person doesn't want to return your item. They want to actually buy your item and keep your item. It's just every once in a while returns happen, and you just got to roll with it. It's part of it's part of the business. It's an unfortunate reality of a business, but if you can just get past it, then you'll make a ton of money. Devin says, finally found some good sourcing. That's what I'm talking about. Keep dripping it. Get it all. Hey, Jay Wright, I bought a vacuum cleaner. Should I part it out or sell it as a whole? I also bought 2 vacuum cleaners today. And yeah, there's some more vacuum pieces. Here's some more vacuum pieces. and then wait here. But wait, there's more. Call now and order with a credit card, and we'll, I don't know, quintuple your order absolutely free. Dang, look at all this. Yeah, I definitely recommend parting out vacuums. There's a ton and a ton of money in it. And some people go much farther than I do. So I just take the 4 main parts that have a really fast sell-through rate. But then some other people will break it down into like 18 parts, and they'll grab the screws and the plates. They'll have a super slow sell-through rate, but they just throw them in their shop and let them fly, and you can make a full-time living. You can make a full-time living if you can find the right vacuums. Just Dyson, Shark. Find 1 vacuum a day, and you can make a full-time living. Like, honestly, someone should do that. Like, someone should make a channel about it. You can make a ton of money with 1 vacuum per day. Just parting out everything. You were my first subscriber. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, J.R. Flips. God bless. I will start posting eBay content. Thank you to all. Thank you all, and you inspired me, J.R. Flips. Hey, appreciate that, man. Everyone go subscribe to James Winston. I'm excited for his channel. I'm sure it's going to be great. Also, when should I start free returns? I have 60 active, 49 sold. That's a good place to be. 60 active, 49 sold is really good. I would just start that immediately. And yeah, just keep building that store. How do you deal with competition from other flippers? When I see other people in thrift stores with full carts looking up comps on eBay, I just turn around and leave. Don't. Yeah, they... My town is filled with resellers too. You just got to get there and rub shoulders with them. And then no one... Like, even today, I went back and I found... I posted a video from yesterday. And a ton of people were like, whoa, you missed that juicer right there. And then I went back today and it was still there. And I missed out. I feel like I'm pretty good at this job, and I missed a really nice juicer that sells for good money. A lot of, and then I don't know every single profitable item in the store. I pass on a ton of things, and everyone passes on things, and everyone knows more about a certain niche or category than another. There's always profitable things to be found. And what I would recommend doing is just going to the store and looking up literally everything. Go to a section, like go to like the kitchen appliance section and look up every single item. Even if you think you know exactly what it sells for and you've already looked it up before, look it up again. Look up every single freaking item there, and I promise you, you'll start to find, you'll be like, what the heck? I thought all Mr. Coffee makers suck. Why is this Mr. Coffee worth $80? That's so weird. Yes, I have sold Mr. Coffee makers for $60, $80, even $90. I have a channel called Tito Dino. I live stream dumpster diving and checking trash in Beverly Hills, Hollywood. Thanks for all the help and information. Dude, that's dope. I'm gonna look that up right now. That's really awesome. Keep posting. If you still have the option to, I'd sell it to like I would change it to like Tito Danino dumpsters or something like that. Something that has more of like your niche in it, especially if you're just doing that exclusively. Nice. You got 690 subscribers now. That's awesome. Being a good Samaritan goes wrong. You have good titles too. Treasure hunting in estate sales in Hollywood Hills, celebrity home, uncut. This is cool. I'm definitely gonna check out your stuff. Everyone also go check out Tito Danino. That's awesome. Do you cross list? So what service do you use? Yeah, I use Flip. It's the free service. You have to manually delist things as they sell. I'm currently just cross listing to Poshmark clothing only. I have a surgery coming up in a week. And then after I'm back from my surgery, I'm going to be cross-listing all of my items onto Mercari. And I'm excited for it. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. How often do you sell something as new, less than 5%, and get a return on it in used condition? And how do you handle that with free returns? Love your picks channel, by the way. Hey, I appreciate that. The picks channel is still rough. I have 4 videos on it. 4 long form videos on it. I make a different mistake every video, but they're getting better and better each time, I hope. And that's what Mr. Beast says, man. Just don't be afraid to post videos and just do something better every time. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do on my new channel, and I'm having a really fun time doing it. If I sell something new, so this just happened the other day. I had a Callaway shirt that was new, dry fit, and it sold as new with tags. And then they said didn't fit, and then they returned it, but the tags were still on it. So I just refunded them. If they would have removed the tags, then I would have given them a 50% refund with the option that says, oh, hey, my referral made their first purchase on Whatnot. Just made 25 bucks. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I do that. Yeah, if they would have returned it without the tax, then you just refund them half. And then it gives you I think it's 4 options. It'll say like item was damaged, item is missing parts, item was used, or something like that. And you just put the item is used, and then eBay knows it was new, and then it was returned used, if that's what you're asking. Then you just withhold the original shipping and 50% or 20%, whatever you want to do. I must be lucky. I've had 50 sales since starting on December 3rd, a total of almost $7,000. I'm so happy. Dude, you're not lucky. You're just putting in the work and getting things done. So you should be proud of yourself. Keep it going. Thank you for your advice. Everything concerning shipping is confusing. Which shipping company do you suggest I use? Until you sell between 500 and 1,000 items, only use USPS Ground Advantage calculated. Whether your item weighs 8 ounces or 80 pounds, just use that. Okay, so all of your items, just put for your policy, for your shipping policy, just put USPS Ground Advantage calculated, and then just put in what the things weigh. And if something weighs like 15 ounces, when you package it, it's going to be like a pound and 2 ounces. So make sure that you put 2 pounds in the lit for the calculated rate, because if something is 1 pound 1 ounce, they charge 2 pounds, the 2 pound rate. If something is 2 pounds and 1 ounce, they charge the 3 pound rate. So always round up. I never appreciated oddly shaped boxes until I became a reseller. Yeah, that's funny. I have 90 listed, 76 sold. Awesome place to be, man. You guys, you guys are killing it, man. You guys are doing great. Almost out of items to post on eBay. Thanks to you and your videos that I actually watch mostly every day. Hey, that's not me, man. That's all you. That's you seeking out the information and doing what you have to be successful. So congratulations. How would you handle an extremely long package delay in which the customer just wants to cancel? Her package has been sitting in a facility in her state for over a week. I shipped it over 2 weeks ago. I had a Wii Sports resort take 63 days to get to a customer. That is by far the most outlandish experience I've ever had with it. You just say, hey, you just message them back and say, hey, I understand this is very frustrating and I'm really sorry that this is happening to you. I can't do anything until the item has gotten to you, gotten back to me, or is declared by the post office that it has been lost. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to wait until it gets to you, which is the most likely of those 3 results. When it gets to you, if you would still like to return it, you can go ahead and start the return. But until then, there's nothing that we can do, and I'm really sorry about that. And you can call eBay if you'd like to. Thoughts on selling stuff at conventions and expos? It can be okay. Just expect to get only 60% of the value. At events and expos and flea markets and things like that, people aren't typically going to a flea market or an expo and saying, man, I really hope I find a KitchenAid blade today. But when they're at a thrift store or a flea market, they're like, oh, a KitchenAid blade, sick. Yeah, how much do you want for that? $10. I don't really need it, but I'll give you $5 for it. Okay. That's usually how those go. Okay, I'm going to list my first item. How should I go about doing this? Example, list 5 items or 10 to start. How many times a week should I do this? I would actually go to Cha-Ching King's channel. I think it's his most popular video or something like that, but he has a complete guide. I also have a complete guide on how to list and stuff on eBay, but I feel like his is a bit more in depth. So I would type into Cha-Ching King guide to eBay, and yeah, he'll show you exactly how to list. I would recommend Like, let's say that you have 40 items. I would actually, this is kind of more advanced. You're completely new. So I would just list 5 a day for the next. I would try to list 3 to 5 every single day, and then check out Cha-Ching King's channel, check out my channel, check out Daily Refinements channel, and you'll learn about what's called a draft bank. I definitely recommend using the draft bank so you can consistently list more and more items every single day. Frank Santana, I read that as Frank Sinatra. I bet you hear that all the time. How would you rate the importance of running sales, offering coupons, and implementing promotions? Big deal or overrated? You have to use them very strategically. So don't if you're using them as like an algorithm hack, severely overrated. Like, you just got to think of it as you are Walmart. Walmart only buys things that sell. They only they do a ton of market research on items, and they do not put items in their store that don't sell. They only buy fast sell-through rate items, right? Even some fast sell-through rate items don't sell as fast as you'd like them to, or they lose interest. If they've been in your store for too long, just like Walmart, you have a clearance sale. So what I do is if items have been in my store for over 100 days, then I discount them by 15%. If they're still there 60 days later, I discount them another 15% on top of that, and then another 15% until they're gone. So if you're doing it, if you're doing it just to like hack the algorithm, it's completely overrated. If you are running a business, severely underrated. I hope that makes sense. Next channel should be JRide Tips. I also have a JRide Rips channel where I open basketball cards and stuff like that, but not a lot of people here are interested in that, so don't subscribe to that unless you actually enjoy watching a grown man open basketball cards. Just up to JRide Picks. Hey, appreciate you, Ching King. It is fun when you don't rely on it solely. Yep, that's true too. Reselling when it's your own. I've never had. Well, I mean, when I was in like high school, I only had one source of income, but I've never had one source of income in my whole life. I have always had at least like 3 streams of income. Right now, as a reseller and an influencer, I hate that word, as a YouTuber, and real estate and all that stuff, I don't even know, like 16 or 17 maybe. But it's important to have multiple streams of income. And you may not have multiple streams right now, so it's important to really focus on what you do have right now, build that up, make it awesome, and then add streams on top of that later. I just found your channel today. Hey, appreciate you. Watched your 2024 video that you released yesterday and saw you were live. Video was very informative. Hey, appreciate that, Jordan. Hope you stick around and watch some more videos. I believe that they're all pretty informative. So thanks for being here. 1801, you're welcome. So I'm talking about Eli. Let's see how it's going now. We are now at 1821, and that was at 518. So we've got 20 more subscribers to JRide Picks in the last, what is that, 25 minutes or so? Reselling should be fun, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to try to speed up and catch up to you guys a little bit. 8,400 items in my store. I just sorted from low to high views. I have 200 items with 0 views and 0 watchers. Some of it legit junk. What should I do with these? Delete, sell, high, promotion, etc. What I would do is I would mark them down continuously. Depending on how aggressive and how fast you want to be, I would recommend just marking all of those items down by 15%, and then you should sell a decent amount of them. 30 days later, do 15% again. 30 days later, 15% again. 30 days later, 15% again, and then just donate them or throw them out. But you have to be careful with that because views don't matter on eBay. Sometimes it just doesn't show up the actual amount of views that you have. So I wouldn't pay attention too much to views. They can be very misleading at times, but you can, you have almost 1,000 items in your store now. You know what sells well and what doesn't. So you can look with your scope of knowledge now and think, oh yeah, that 2022 Luigi plush is not going to sell. I need to get rid of that. Things like that. I had an offer last night for my Raymond wheel watch. It's a Canadian buyer who has no listings, probably just shopping. I declined the offer because I never sold to Canada. Buyer, can you tell us more about the concerns or no concerns of buyers that shop in Canada? Yeah, sell things to people. So eBay has the international shipping program. So Leslie, please don't get offended. I'm really just trying to be like a good teacher here. I think you made the wrong choice there. I think you should have, if it was a good offer, you should have accepted the offer and shipped it to them, especially if you have the eBay International program. If you have eBay International shipping, what you would do is you would ship that watch to Chicago or Kentucky, where eBay has some headquarters, and then eBay would ship it to Canada for you. And if they were to return your item for any reason, eBay takes care of the refund for you. eBay uses their money, not yours, to refund those items to foreign locations. So, yeah, just sell things. And a lot of people are really nervous about selling things to people that have 0 reviews. Sell them. In many cases, those are coming from people who Googled your item and have never made an eBay account, and they just buy your item. So you still definitely want to sell to people that have 0 feedback as well. So really hope that you heard that with some open ears, and I think you're going to do great. And I really appreciate everyone from Facebook. Believe it or not, Facebook is the big payer in content. YouTube pays a ton. TikTok is paying a ton right now. I don't think TikTok is going to be able to sustain the amount of money they're paying for content over 1 minute long. But Facebook, man, Facebook is a mean green machine. It's very consistent, and I don't think it's going anywhere. So all of you content creators that are solely on YouTube, get on Facebook and don't get banned. Do you check eBay in the middle of the store when you're sourcing items? Yep, every single item that I buy. Every single one, no exaggeration. I make sure to look up everything because prices can change and sell-through rates can change. So even if I've sold the exact same golf club 9 days ago, I still look it up again to make sure that it's selling. Rite of passage for beginners is the CPAP VERO. Yeah, that darn CPAP. But you can sell your CPAPs on secondwind.com. So that's dope. And they offer really good money for CPAPs. Couple items I got smell like cigarette smoke. What is the trick if you run into this? I don't buy them, but if I were to buy them, then you can get what's called an ozone machine, and you can go to like a storage unit, put all your items in that smell like smoke, close the storage unit with the ozone machine, let it sit in there for 3 days, and then that's the best that you can do. And if it still smells like smoke after that, game over. Way too kind. No. Everyone, thumbs up. Appreciate ya. What if I sell giant darts with a giant dartboard with photos of me throwing them like a football? Yeah, sounds like a good idea to me. Are you referencing the lawn darts? Hey, do I have to subscribe to ask a question? Nope. Cha-ching King, about to watch his videos. I'm a sub to his YouTube channel. Nice. Oh yeah, you don't have to subscribe to ask a question. I am just 30 minutes behind on questions, so sorry. Do you want to know cost of goods by item or at least by category like you do? I want to say I bought X and Y sold, but can't without some organized way to log info. Yeah, so this isn't tax advice. This is all for entertainment purposes. Contact a CPA, do the right things. I buy on average, and I can show this over multiple months and multiple weeks and multiple days. I buy on average 11 items a day, and I can show them multiple receipts in multiple weeks and multiple days that my average cost of goods is $6.50. So what I do is I take 11 times 6.5 times 365, and that's my cost of goods. For example, those weren't my like exact numbers, but that's like what you can do eventually. But talk to a CPA. When is the best time to take your reselling from hobby to business? It's different for every person, but what I recommend doing is, if you're saying full time, which I think you are, I wouldn't do this full time until you have 6 months worth of bills liquid in your bank account, ready to withdraw at any moment. So if your bills are $2,000 a month, do not start doing full time until you have at least $12,000. If your bills are $5,000 a month, don't start eBay reselling full time until you have $30,000. And I would even recommend 12 months of liquid cash. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. And also don't go full time until you're making double your bills. So you gotta be, so if your bills are $2,000 a month, I wouldn't go full time on eBay until you're consistently making $4,000 a month profit and you have at least $12,000 or $15,000 in your bank account for a rainy month. The benefit of subscribing to Jay Wright Flips is he speaks with integrity and is putting out really consistent information. No one is working harder than he is. I appreciate you, man. I do try to speak with integrity. There are people that work harder than me, but I try to work really hard. So I appreciate that. Where won't you source that others have a lot of success with? Nowhere. Yeah, I'll source anywhere that has. And another thing that I do is I don't buy items. I only buy sell-through rate. So as long as it doesn't like go against my morals, then if it has a fast sell-through rate, I will buy it and I will sell it. Thumbs up from San Francisco, brother. Thanks for all your insights. How can someone keep up with cross-listing? Is cross-listing maybe better with selling new stuff? Yeah, so I hear Vendu has automatic delist. And if that truly is the case, then you don't have to keep up with it. You just list everything, and then if it sells on one platform, then it takes it down on the other platforms. But it does get difficult if you have to delist everything manually. How's it going, flipping from the trailer? Almost 200 watching this and only 26 thumbs up. The best way to support his channel is to smash the button. It really does make a difference. It really does. Appreciate that. If I choose to become a top-rated seller plus, do I have to offer free returns on every item listed or just a majority? You are top-rated plus on all of the individual items. So like, let's say that you have 2,000 items and you have free returns on 1,500 of them, then you are top rated plus on those individual 1,500 items, if that makes sense. Or if you have 2,000 items and you have 1 day handling on 1,500 of them, but you have like 5 really huge like printers that you don't think you can ship out the next day, and you put 2-day handling on that, then you won't be top rated plus on 500 items, but you will still be top rated plus on the other 1,500. A good relationship with your mail carrier is key. I 100% agree. Lost and Found at Disney would be crazy good. LOL. Yeah, that would be wild. Sourcing tip. I've had a good luck stopping in old country farm co-ops to see if they have any old stock like hats. I've come across vintage dead stock like this. Doesn't hurt to ask. Yeah, that's a really good tip, and especially in certain parts of the country, those towns and shops are more and more plentiful. There's some people that come across some crazy stuff just asking for dead stock, and there's like dead stock auctions and stuff too that are really well. I would love to learn about business to business sales. Yeah, business to business sales, they're crazy. You can also look up here on eBay B2B sales or business to business sales, how to increase my business to business sales business and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely something that is worthwhile to learn. And, let's go get my dog. She's barking. It's a little dark in here. The sun goes down like so quick nowadays. But yeah, business to business sales is one of the hardest things in the world to learn. Come on, Scout, you stinky. Because so like I have multiple businesses, and so my business phone number is out on Google, and I get called with business to business sales like every single hour of the day sometimes, and it does get super frustrating as business owners. And so you really have to learn a correct skill set to even get your foot in the door, and it's a highly competitive industry. Thanks for your video on scammers. I had a buyer say they didn't receive an item yesterday, but the tracking said it was delivered. I did exactly what you said. Feel much better. It was expensive. Yeah. If it's delivered, it is out of your hands. So congratulations on that. J-Ride, I have a lot of computer mice on the way from eBay. Thanks for your videos. That's awesome. You got a bulk computer mouse to buy. That's awesome. Do you leave the vacuum parts as is, or do you clean them out? I clean them. I clean them. I don't stress about making them perfect, but I just clean out the hair and the gunk and all that stuff. Make it presentable, but don't waste your whole day making them perfect because they are very dirty and hardish to clean. But yeah, just get them looking in decent order because they're going to get dirty with the customer anyway. So I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel. Channel name will be Big Will Sucks. I look forward to it, man. I look forward to it. Yeah, people miss things all the time. I'm from the UK. I had sold some cameras in the past, but the last few fees past few weeks, I've been buying so many. Sold 2 pink ones today for 150 and the other for 100 pound. Pink sells crazy. Yeah. A lot. It's trending right now that girls are taking pictures with those compact digital cameras, and so the pink ones are selling for a premium because there's a lot of rich influencer girls out there that want a pink camera to take with them to Fiji. Hey J Red, how do you source your remotes and cameras? My thrift stores have Zilch. That's where I get 80% of them is thrift stores, and then garage sales, just kind of like everything. So you can also just like go say like, hey, what do you guys do with the remotes? Like I noticed that you guys never have them. Like, do you guys sell them yourself online, or do you guys just throw them out? Do you guys have a bin? There's a good chance that someone is coming through the back and grabbing them. So just gotta find your workaround. Yeah, no one knows everything. No one knows everything. Even the pros miss a ton of stuff. What do you think about selling books? Ask eBay. eBay will tell you that books have a very slow sell-through rate, but if you find the right books, then you can sell them very quickly and for a ton of money. So if you watch one of my videos here on YouTube, it's called How to Know What to Buy Before You Even Enter a Thrift Store. You'll never have to ask that question to anyone ever again because eBay knows far more than I do or any other YouTuber does. If you just type into eBay using that formula that I talk about on that video, eBay will tell you all of the books to look for and to sell. Can you cancel eBay orders if the buyer has horrible feedback without any repercussions? I always call eBay and let them know, hey, this person has horrible feedback. I'm going to be canceling their order. Could you put that in the system? So that's what I do. Because I do believe that you can, even if they have horrible feedback, I do believe that sometimes the robot will what's it called? Punish you. Thanks for the advice. Of course, where do you store your unlisted items? Do you have a death pile? I do not have a death pile. This is the farthest behind I've ever been. And these are my to be cleaned items. I actually just got these in yesterday. But yeah, this is my death pile, I guess, but it'll all be processed tomorrow. Let's see here. Hi Jake, do you ship APO, FPO addresses? Any issues? No, I haven't had too many issues with them. I just ship everything through the international program if it goes international, and then I ship everything either USPS or UPS. And if it's a valid address and it goes through the eBay system, then I let it fly. I focus on fast sell-through rate and over 50% profit after fees. Right now, I have 574 sold and 83 listed. Often sell 5 to 10 a day. IDK if it's different in the UK, but I just can't find enough. That's a good problem to have. It's a better problem to not be able to find enough than to have way too much that doesn't sell. All right, I think I'm catching up a little bit. Brandon Scott says, I meant no disrespect about the AirPods. We have a pair that we're going to sell, and it's from a junk haul removal job. Whoever they were are tracking. Oh, sorry. Did I? I think I missed that part. Oh, do you ever have anyone come to your house looking for their AirPods? No, that's never happened. And the majority of these AirPods that I get are from the East Coast, so they'd have to drive a really long way. But yeah, I've never had that issue, and I have I have hundreds of pairs of AirPods coming in and out of my house. So, let's see here. Andy's so meta, dude. Andy is so meta, guys. Will you be cross-listing items like baseball bats, hair dryers, and other miscellaneous items? Yep. Everything in my eBay shop, I will be cross-listing to Mercari. But Poshmark, I only list clothing because my clothing items are my slowest sell-through items. So I need those multiple platforms to boost those sales, but the Poshmark fees are higher. I promote all of my listings at 2.6%. So even with those promotions, my fees are lower on eBay, so I stick to that. And like cameras and stuff, the fees on cameras are only 9%. And so I'm definitely not going to list those on Poshmark where the fees are double. If that makes sense. Good luck with the surgery. Hey, appreciate that. J-Ride, Mom the eBayer. Have you heard of her? Dumpster diving queen. I've seen her things pop up on my channel before. She's got some good stuff. To use LLC for tax purposes. I'm not a tax professional. This is just this isn't advice. It's just my own experience. I have an S corporation and several LLCs underneath that. Scott, what are you doing? What you doing, puppy? I've been a seller since 2007. My sales have completely come to a standstill. I'm not sure what to do, especially with a lot of merchandise. You want your belt? Here you go. So, Maddie, what I recommend doing is since 2007, you've probably sold a lot of similar items, and you've probably done a really good job, and you should be proud of yourself. You really should. But things change over time, and so a lot of the things that we're selling 2 or 3 years ago just aren't selling today. Sarah, why are you going through the bags? Making so much noise, dog. So a lot of the things that were selling 2 or 3 years ago aren't selling today. A lot of things selling 3 months ago aren't even selling today. So it's important to, I know, and I don't want to like put anyone in a box, but the majority of people that have been selling on eBay for, 20 years, close to 20 years, like yourself, 15 years, things like that. A lot of people stop looking up items. And a lot of you guys that started way earlier didn't have a cell phone to look up items. You just bought things of your knowledge, which was awesome. But things have changed a little bit, and it's important to look up items and to actually see what they're selling for and how fast they're selling, and keep updating those items and only buying items that sell fast. So basically what I'm trying to say is you've probably sold a lot of things in the past that just aren't selling now. And it's important to adapt and start finding the things that are selling right now, because like set it and forget it doesn't work anymore. Just list it, it'll sell eventually, in my opinion, doesn't really work anymore. 2 days ago, I had to cancel my first sale due to an item missing from my inventory. Yep, it happens. Try to make it happen as less often as possible, because that is probably the biggest like non-detrimental ding to your account. And if you get too many of those, then it will become detrimental to your account. That's in eBay's eyes, and from customer surveys and things like that, that is the biggest thing that provides a bad customer experience, is buying something and then not being able to get it, and all of a sudden just receiving a cancellation notice. So it's important to not get to have as few of those as possible. Can you guys hear my dog chewing on her bone? Great name, Tito Dumpster Diver. Yeah, that's a great one. 199 listed, 158 sold. Man, you guys are good. You guys are good at this job. Keep it up. Hey, J-Rod, I have a personal question I'd like to ask you. Can I reach out to you with a quick one question? Yeah. Also, flip them from the trailer. I see you everywhere, and I don't know your first name, so include that. Reach out to me at jrideflips@gmail.com. jrideflips@gmail.com. Send me your message there, and I'd love to learn your name so I can address you properly when I see you next. Other than eBay, are any of your other sites ever a better option in retrieving higher prices? Mercari, OfferUp, Craigslist. Mercari, generally, I sell my things for 80% of what I sell them for on eBay, so 20% discount. OfferUp and Craigslist I never sell on, and then Facebook I only sell like huge vacuums or mixers or wheat grinders. So yeah, no, eBay is king. eBay is definitely king when it comes to used goods. I had a guy order a shirt and shipped to a hotel he was staying at long term. The day I shipped it, he messaged me he can't receive it and there needs me to ship it to his home, and it took 42 days. 42 days, holy cow. I've had several non-pay buyers lately. Do you block buyers that don't pay or just move on? I just move on. At any given time, I usually have like 6 or 7 non-payers just waiting to pay, and then if they don't pay in 4 days, it just automatically gets relisted. But a lot of people like they'll buy something and then they'll wait 72 hours and then they'll buy it. They'll actually pay for it. So just let it slide off your back. And the more you sell, the less you'll notice it. Like honestly, I don't even know how many non-payers I have right now because I haven't checked in months. Let's see. I currently have that's low. I only have one waiting for payment. That's wild. That's the lowest I've ever seen it. Sometimes it's like in the high teens, which is pretty crazy. Sorry, I'm sending out offers now. And I have a question about Guitar Hero guitar that I sold. So they're probably saying, he said, "Hello, man. FedEx contacted me. I think you sent the package to the wrong address. This is terrible customer service and you should be ashamed of yourself." 15 minutes later, "Never mind. Message was for another account. Yours has arrived and was in perfect condition." Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Shinking is who I learned from. His videos are great. I agree. Really, really great stuff. Or J-Ride Ships. I'm just gonna create like 50 YouTube accounts. Just kidding. I'm going to launch my store tomorrow morning, so I'm talking about Johnny. I'm excited. Thanks to you and Commonwealth. Awesome guy. I have learned so much from you in the last week of watching your videos. Thank you for your compassion. Hey, I appreciate that, Johnny. You should be proud of yourself for actually looking up how to succeed at this, and I know you will. My last bit of advice before you start, and you probably know what I'm going to say, is focus on sell-through rate. Pass on items that don't sell. Don't get off to a sluggish start with a ton of things that are cool but don't sell. Just buy the stuff that actually sells. I'm hoping to collab with you and other resellers so I can learn more and more. Yep, just keep learning. Just keep watching the YouTube channels, and there's a lot of meetups. I'm planning on going to meetups. So I'd love to meet you in person if we're ever at the same one, and yeah, reach out to me for anything. What do you usually pay for emotes to flip? $3 or less. At thrift stores, $3. At yard sales, 3 to 25 cents. Sometimes $1 or $2. But one thing that I do is, as I'm leaving a yard sale, you know how people are like, "Hey, do you have any video games?" I say, "Hey, do you guys have any like old remotes? For like maybe a Roku or a Sony that you probably just that you've just had like in a drawer forever?" And a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, here's 8 of them for free." Like that happens like at 2 yard sales every Saturday, about 2 yard sales. Just purchased some equipment to start reselling. I bought a scale, bubble wrap, and hot glue gun and packing tape. I've also sourced a few times. Is there anything else I should buy right now? Nope, that's all I need. I would just use the QR code to print out your labels at USPS, and then once you start having 5 or 6 sales a day, you can get a thermal printer. The Rolo is really nice, but it's expensive. So you don't have to get the most expensive thing. A lot of people have an affiliate link with it. But yeah, there's like $40 Amazon Rolo, $40 label printers on Amazon that do well. But I've really liked Rolo. I've had their wired and their wireless. Thank you. I'll see if I can go back and accept. Awesome. Thanks, Leslie. You're great. I am in Canada and sell to the US and here all the time. Keep in mind that everything here just costs more thanks to low overall population, less people, less stuff, but costs more. Yep. How's it going, Paige? Good to see you here. Fun for everyone. You haven't been as active today. You must have just got here. Most people in Canada want you to, okay. Sorry, they're having the conversation with Leslie. I just bought another used Zebra 2844 on eBay for $47, and the seller had more of them. Nice. I have literally produced nothing on Facebook. I can honestly say I had no idea you could monetize it. Oh yeah, Cha-ching King. Yeah, hit me up on email or something, and I can give you a few tips because Facebook is awesome, and it has a ton of different ways you can monetize. They monetize you for just posting pictures and asking questions. They pay you for reels. They pay you for long form videos. They pay you for subscribers, and people can send you stars. Like there's so many ways to monetize Facebook. It's wild. Have you ever tried selling vinyl records? Yeah, I sell the ones that have extremely fast sell-through rate. The majority of them don't have a fast sell-through rate, but the ones that do, I buy. I don't buy items. I don't buy or sell items. I just buy and sell-through rate, and I look up a ton of stuff. Hi, Jake. Thanks for the great content. I'm getting ready to start my reselling journey. I'm very nervous. I noticed eBay is allowing me 200 free listings. Can I list 200 items right away or no? Yeah. Yeah, whatever they're allotting you, you can list. I would just break that up. I wouldn't do 200 in one day. That'd be pretty intense. But yeah. Why can't eBay make buyers pay automatically when an offer is accepted? I have 5 waiting to pay. 4 are at 3 days old. It's so aggravating. It is. It is very aggravating, and it's unfortunate. But they've run the numbers, and this is what makes them and us the most money and keeps their customers coming back to the platform. Unfortunately, there's not always the best buyers out there, but if they automatically charge too many of them, then they just like stop coming to the platform, and then we miss out on sales. Hi, Jake. Does 2-day delivery mean that USPS has positions of items, or when I created the shipping label? When they bought it, you have 2 days to ship it. So, happy birthday. So, if someone buys something today, then I have to ship it by not tomorrow, but the next day before midnight. That's what 2-day 2-day delivery. If you have 2-day handling, and then 2-day delivery, like when it says like 1 to 3 day delivery, that means once it's scanned, it will be there in 1 to 3 days. So if it says 2-day delivery, from the time it's scanned, it'll be there 2 days later. I keep getting ineligible items pulled on Posh, even when they are many others listed. When I ask to be reconsidered, they don't reverse it. Haven't been able to sell anything there yet. That's weird. I've never had anything pulled off of Poshmark ever. So yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to do some research into that. What can you do about the race to the bottom? My items start at $20 but sell like 8. Stop buying those items. Like I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but like if things are in a race to the bottom, like just get different items. It is what it is. Unless you have 30 million of them and a bunch of employees and have your systems in place, that making 17 cents actually makes you hundreds of thousands of dollars, which a lot of people do that. But I don't think the majority of people are set up for that. So my advice, Rachel, unfortunately, is to stop buying and selling those items. What was that second wind that buys CPAPs? Yep. Type in second wind into eBay, into Google, and then you can send them, and then you can fill out a form, and you can say, I have a ResMed 2000 with 400 use hours, and they're like, we are offering you $187. Here is a free label if you would like to ship it to us. And then you do it, and it's awesome. Do you ever source Goodwill? Absolutely. Yep. Every time I'm in Vegas and northern Utah. I don't have a Goodwill in my town, though. We're too small. Can you post the title or link to the reference video on how to know what sells before entering the thrift store? I've looked all over. Thanks. Yeah, I can. I'll do a community tab of that after this live. J-Ride, sell it easy. Forgot, LOL. James, I'm not completely understanding. Not completely understanding what you're saying, James, but thanks for being here, man. Do you do the promoted listings? And if so, what percent do you typically recommend? I do promote my listings at 2.6%. I recommend promoting all of your listings at the lowest percentage and then increasing them over time until you get to a point where you're happy with the amount of sales. and the amount of extra fees that you are paying. I offer 30-day free returns on everything. Recently, I've had several buyers making a return request the day of or day after the item is received, keeping it and holding up funds. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that just happens. That's just part of running the eBay business. Returns are a real thing, unfortunately. And we just got to figure out how to get less and less of them each time. Would like to see how you test items in future videos. Okay, I can do that. I can also like do that live if I just get like a huge batch of electronics too. Sub to the Picks channel. Enjoy watching. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you guys are interested in picking content, i.e. thrift stores, yard sales, flea markets, if you would please subscribe to JRide Picks, that would be awesome. I just made a second channel. And I'm really enjoying it and it's going really well. So if you guys would like to subscribe to that, that would be awesome. It's just JRide Picks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you promote your items? Yes, 2.6%. Just driving. Andy, dude, you're so meta. Andy, you are so meta. Andy, I hope I meet you in person one day. You seem like a really cool guy. How would you go about starting an LLC for your reselling business? I just started this part-time and I believe it could help tremendously with the potential tax breaks. I don't even know where to start. Talk to a CPA. That's where I would start. Absolutely. Just talk to a CPA or on here on YouTube, just look up how to start an LLC. That's how I did my very first one with my first business like 9 years ago. I just typed into YouTube how to create an LLC. It was actually a little simpler than I thought. But I definitely don't recommend filing your own S Corp on your own. That's some heavy stuff. What are your thoughts on selling fossils and stone gems? Depends what eBay says. If eBay says they're fast sell-through rate, then I would do it. I know some fossils obviously have a super fast sell-through rate and some fossils have a severely slow sell-through rate. So I would just focus on the fossils and stones and gems that eBay tells me have a fast sell-through rate is what I would do. Good to know. My fees on cameras are 13 still for some reason. Hey. Really? That's weird. All my photography and equipment fees are 9%. That's weird. How do you manage to have a steady flow of sales every day? I struggle with this sometimes. Have a ton of fast sell-through rate items. So I'll focus on items that have a fast sell-through rate and get as many of them as you can, but don't expect it to happen overnight. At one point, I was selling 1 a day, and then I crept up to 3 a day, and then 5 a day, and then 7 a day, and then 10 a day, and I just keep building and building and building and building. And yeah, you'll just get better at this job as you keep going and just keep looking for the good stuff. You still have to look things up. It changes constantly. Yep, couldn't agree more. Got to keep looking things up every single day. Your brother from San Francisco again. What to use to unlist from cross? I do it manually. So if like for example, I actually during this live, I think I got to sell on Poshmark. Let's see. My sales. Yep. So I just got to sell for some Ralph Lauren eyeglass frames, RA7069. So I'll just go to eBay. I'll go to my active listings and I'll find it and then I will delist it manually. I started with no cell phone, was rough in those days, but nobody knew what was worth what then. Yeah, different challenges, but different opportunities as well. It's a different game now, and I don't know. From what I hear, there's a ton of pros and cons from then, and there's a ton of pros and cons now. So 0 listed, 0 sold. Is that a 100% sell-through rate? 100% sold or 0%? It's both. I guess that's a paradox. I guess it just depends on your attitude, right? What do you see again? What do you use again to automatically delete listings from other platforms? Processing, please. So I don't use it, but I hear that Vendu has a automatic delist. Is there a way to stop eBay from changing my buy it now price after my listings have been posted for a couple of weeks? eBay reduces the price by 50%. I've never heard that. So I don't know how that is happening. You may have some sort of automatic price But Karen, I've never heard that. So I don't know how that's happening on your account. I would call eBay directly because I've never heard of that ever. Scott, why are you whining, huh? What's going on, puppy? 800 listed, 600 sold, now specializing in video games. Awesome place to be, man. 80% sell-through rate. It's an 80% sell-through rate. That's awesome. Shout out. If golf clubs have some damage on the grip, do you still buy them? Yes. When people buy things off of eBay, a lot of people are expecting a slight project. That's why they're shopping eBay is to get a deal on something. So like I sell a ton of baseball mitts. They have the leather strings that connect the fingers, right? I'll sell a lot of them that have it busted right here, and then people will buy them because I list them 20% cheaper, and then they fix them themselves. What's up? Huh? What's going on? Do you miss your mom? She's getting home soon. But yeah, same thing with baseball bats and golf clubs. A lot of people will get your golf club with a perfect grip and they'll take it off and they'll put their own grip on because they like their grip better. So yeah, let it fly. Crazy. I just started last year. I just watched a 45-minute video. I want to thank you so much for everything you are doing on this channel. Hey, I appreciate it, Mohammed. Let's see. Oh, we're catching up. We're doing pretty decent. What's up, J-Rad? I just got a nasty message yesterday. Peeps don't check the tracking. Where's my package? Yeah, that's the worst. How do I get my hands on things with high sell-through rates, at least 50% and up? That's the golden question. That will make you a bad reseller or an awesome reseller. It's what separates, not reseller, but a good sourcer and a mediocre sourcer is figuring out how to get that. It's different everywhere. Everywhere you live, it's different. So it's just getting down and dirty and getting contacts, going to thrift stores, going to garage sales, maybe buying storage units, maybe going dumpster diving, maybe putting up ads on Facebook, just whatever you got to do to get them cheap. Got to go, everyone. Have a great night and a better tomorrow. Appreciate you being here, Chin King. You probably didn't hear me say that, but you have a great day as well. Sales are up 87%. Just had to go full time 2 weeks before Christmas. That's what I'm talking about, Coach. Coach Ultimo. That's what I'm talking about. What are things you stay away from selling? Things that have a slow sell-through rate. So I don't buy items or anything. I only buy sell-through rate. So I will buy anything that has a fast sell-through rate, and I won't buy things that have a slow sell-through rate. So no such thing as an item that I won't buy. Only things that have a slow sell-through rate I don't buy. I live in a small apartment and don't have much room. If my sales allow it, how quickly should I invest in a storage unit? Should I get a climate-controlled one or one, even if it's more costly? So my garage isn't climate-controlled, and it gets really hot during the summer and really cold during the winter, and I have virtually no problems at all. So you don't have to get a climate-controlled one. It just depends on your items. It's just a personal business decision when it makes sense for you. So make sure that if it's $180, you're definitely making more than $180 a month. Make sure like it actually makes sense for your business. My wired Barolo is on the way out. It prints half of the labels, then stops. It's been pretty good for 2 years. Yeah, that's a good life expectancy for one. I was sourcing in my local town about 10,000 population, and I was asked what I was going to do with all the stuff I bought and got a dirty look when I said it resell at all. Has this happened to you? Not really. But I know it does happen. But I mean, I get called a clown and a scumbag on TikTok every single day of my life, so I don't care. So yeah, you just gotta let it roll off your shoulder and not let it affect you. And if it does, then you just have to really consider whether you want to actually do this or not. Everyone have a good night. Thanks for being here, Coach. Last week I set up my eBay and PayPal account. I'm from Germany, and on weekend we'll go to the flea market. Hope it won't be too hard to find items here to flip on eBay. Any idea of items at the beginning? Yeah, just bring your phone with you. Look stuff up. If it has a fast sell-through rate, pick it up. If it doesn't, leave it behind. I know you just do all of your photos and listings on your phone. Just curious, what phone do you use? Mine is old, and I was looking to upgrade. So I have two phones. So I'm recording on my iPhone 15, and then I also have the 14 Max. I use either of those phones, whichever one I'm currently using the most. What do you do if you can't find your item on eBay, it's sold or listed? If it sells, unfortunately, you have to cancel the order and put can't find item. It happens, especially in the beginning. That's why it's important to establish processes and make sure that everything's flowing. Just try not to let it happen again. What up, Jay Ride? I love that you keep it simple, not waiting for the perfect time or supplies to start or do things or the starts to align perfectly. Haha. I've been guilty of that. Yeah, I am definitely the, you know how it's a ready, aim, fire? I am fire, ready, aim. So yeah, I just do it, man. Baptism by fire. Let's go. Hey Jake, beginning eBayer here. Thanks for the tips. Appreciate you. Do you sell eyeglass frames only or just sunglasses? Yeah, I sell a ton of frames only. What is your tracking software? eBay.com Seller Hub. That's it. And then a business credit card for my cost of goods. Thanks for the content. Hey, I appreciate that. I only had about 170 items on eBay. What would you say is a good amount to be selling per week? About 1% a day. So 1% a day is about 1.7 items. So we'll round that up to 2 and then times that by 7. Should be selling between 10 and 15, closer to 15 than to 10. But it all depends on your items. I recognize a couple of DI locations that are in your videos. I don't think you shop at the one I specifically go to regularly, but I'm quite literally your competition. I watch your videos occasionally to see what sells well and quickly realized you live somewhat close to me. Aren't you worried at all you're training those who are literally shelf to shelf with you at the thrift store? I'm not trying to take away from your business, obviously, but it's probably will happen. So yeah, no, I don't care. Yeah, no, like I appreciate, like I want to teach you guys. I want you guys to make more money than you ever have and spend more time with your family than you ever have. But I've never been afraid of competition in my whole life. And I hope this doesn't sound like arrogant, but like I will never, I just won't lose. So yeah, like there's more than enough for everyone. And I say this all the time. I don't think I will be selling digital cameras in 2026. I think that right now digital cameras are trending really hard. And I think they're going to fall off a cliff. And I don't think I'm going to be selling them in 2 years. I might, but maybe not. So just there's billions of things to sell every single day and I just focus on sell-through rate. So because I don't focus on items, I'm never going to be hard pressed to find things that sell on eBay because I'm not looking for a niche or a category. I'm just looking for things that sell, and I make a ton of money off of content as well. So, say you have an item that has 7 holds for $100, and there are currently 0 listed. What would you list the item for? 100 over 7 hold. Oh, sold. Yeah, I'd probably list it at like. It depends on the item, but just in that scenario, I would probably list it for like 129.99 and then have offers on. You are a national treasure, Jake. Do you list everything as best offer? Yes. How do you set up the buy it now price and how much less is the best offer price? I just list everything as buy it now and I put in the price and then I allow any and all offers. So like I just barely got a $1 offer on a KitchenAid mixer the other day. And I just it was for like $189 plus shipping. So I responded with $188. You just, you know, you do what you got to do. No way. I finally caught alive. Love your content. New seller here almost 2 months in. That's what I'm talking about, Monica. I hope you're enjoying it. I watch a lot of other reseller content and they say long tail items 30 or 40% are okay. Thoughts? Yeah, it's just whatever you want to do in your business. Like I said, reselling should be fun. I just think you're going to have a lot more fun if you have fast sell-through rate items. And I also just say that as an average because I pick up 700% sell-through rate items all the time. I pick up 300% sell-through rate all the time. But my average is 80%. So that means I do have some 40 and 50% sell-through rate, but 30, no, 30 is just too low for me, in my opinion. 20, oof, no. But yeah, like 40 to 50%, I do have some of those items. Not new to eBay, but still have a lot to learn. Just recently discovered your channel a couple weeks ago. Keep on doing what you're doing. Really enjoying your content. Hey, I appreciate that. It's awesome. Let's see here. What do you usually do promotion percentage wise? 2.6% across the board on everything. I'm corrupting my original questions. I do not do best offer. After a couple of weeks on items being listed, eBay turns on the best offer toggle. My price is reduced. Yeah, call eBay. I've never heard that, Karen. Yeah, I've never experienced that whatsoever. So I would call eBay and say, hey, what's going on? Please walk me through as if I was in kindergarten to understand why this is happening to my account and no other accounts on eBay. How often do items with over 100% sell-through rate not sell within 90 days for you? I have no idea. That would be very hard to calculate. Probably zero. Probably zero because I list them at market or below. But every once in a while, like something will be a 100% sell-through rate at $25, but then the market will stop purchasing at 25 and will gobble up all the ones that are only $17, and then they'll reject the price of 25. That happens every once in a while, but not super often. Thank you for the question and answer. So much info. Hey, I appreciate that. Whenever you buy clothes and shoes, how do you make sure it's original and not fake? I don't really buy things that are worth more than $80, so I don't have to run into those issues. I didn't realize you can't use stock photos along with your original photos until the other day. Some of the postings are locked in the photo section because they're bids. Advice? Yeah, just stop using stock photos. Wait for those to process through, and then just never do them again. That's all you really can do. I view reselling as a service that provides for a need that people have. People want items that are used that come with a lower cost, or items that are hard to find. People who look down on resellers just don't understand this. I completely agree. Yeah, and no matter what you do, even if you're like building wells for people in Africa, some people will say you're doing it just because you're a terrible person and you have a bad conscience, or you're exploiting it so you can be on the news. Like whatever you do, there's going to be a ton of people that disagree with you, and that's okay. Hi, J-Ride. I want to quit my job since I want to focus on eBay reselling. What plan do you recommend for me? Don't do it until you are making twice as much as your monthly bills consistently. And don't do it until you have 6 months of those bills liquid in your bank account. So if your bills are $2,000 a month, do not start eBay until you have at least $12,000 cash in your bank account. Trying to find the sell-through rate is hard to find because it shows so many items that are alike. How do you make the process a little easier? So you can use minus signs. Sorry, guys, I'm going really fast because I'm almost to the end of questions for the first time in a really long time, which is exciting. You can use minus signs and then just type in the exact model number. The model number is the best way. I have seen a lot of people either pass by stuff they don't know or they don't sell. Definitely enough items for everyone. I'll just keep them. Oh, yeah, no, there will never be. We live in a throwaway culture and a manufacturing culture. So there will never, there are not enough people for the amount of items on this planet. So just keep buying stuff. Lost item. Watch Harry Tornado for his method. Works great. Send a sorry message and a $5 gift card. Good old Harry Tornado. I like him. Any advice for selling a designer purse on eBay? There seems to be a lot of scammers. I wouldn't sell it on eBay. I'd probably just sell it on Poshmark or Mercari. Do you ever use an auction to quick sell slow movers? No. I just discount them over time. I believe you can make 40 to 50% items sell like 100% if you price them cheaper. That doesn't always work. It does work in a lot of cases, but not always. Some people fall into that trap, and a lot of times it's just an item that people don't look up enough. So it doesn't matter if there's like 8 listed for $100 and you do it for 50, but the 5 people in the world that wanted that item have already looked for it and bought it, and no one's looking for it. It just, that happens. Well, that happens way more than you think. Scout. Okay, I'm gonna hop off and take care of my dog. Thanks, great content. Referencing Mr. Beast with the wells, huh? No, just it's just something that came to mind. All right, guys, my dog is freaking out. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Reach out to me whenever you guys feel like it. I have questions coming in, even on Whatnot. I have questions coming in on Whatnot, Facebook, eBay. People have messaged me on eBay. Please don't do that because eBay gets mad. People message me on Facebook and Instagram and my email. So I try to answer as much questions as possible. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me whenever you guys need it. Say hi. Say hi. And yeah, I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. I hope you guys kill it and make more money than you ever have and spend more time with your family than you ever have. I'll see you guys later. Bye.